Her.
No, it's just a guy who's walking down. Well, we don't know if it was. I don't remember if it was a street or not. He was just walking. But I mean, a lot of it's borrowed, so.
Yeah, I'm on rum, so I'm a slow motion drunk.
Perfect. All right.
Oh, no, mama.
We got slow mo.
I'm just
Jabba
slow.
Dabba.
I sound like the black guy from that movie, Old Man River, or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that Gone with the Wind?
No country for old men.
I don't know, I feel like I should be driving a steamboat down the Mississippi, recently liberated from the chains of slavery,
No Country
singing
for
Old Man River in the moonlight.
That's a completely different movie. I know.
It sounds like real life.
Oh,
The one I'm
Lord.
thinking of, the guy like has like one of the things that they kill cattle with, that goes in the air, and he just everybody tries to hide from him by locking the
Javier
doors,
Bardem.
and he just comes in and just goes and just like undoes the lock, and then just
She
walks
doesn't
in
want to
and
hear
kills
about
him with
this
it.
weapon.
All right,
that kills
babe.
her friends.
All right, babe. We need to let them go to bed. So you need to tell about your biblical scripture drunk story.
Yes.
Go.
Okay. Hello.
You've seen Drunk History before, right?
Of course.
Okay. All right. Oh wait, sorry. Start again.
Okay. Probably do another quick shot.
Oh wow.
This is what you're talking about. I could totally see you with one of those hats on with your long flowing hair and just on a boat. So you put this over here so I
Make
can
me a
make
drink.
another one.
Yeah,
Oh, you want one?
make me one.
But just-
If I'm gonna video this, I need you to make me one in Victoria's glass.
How much vodka do you want in this, huh? Do you still want the hot stuff you got? right now?
Yep. Just add whatever.
Brian, I already apologized. I'm probably gonna fart a bit.
Yeah, they pump eucalyptus and tea tree leaves into the
They do. They also pump a lot of water, but that's been taken care of.
It's usually easier to make things when you
gotta
take the
undo
cap
it.
off.
Okay, he's ready. He's ready. Jesus Christ.
Is that enough, or do you want
That's one little dab, and that's good.
a dab?
A dab. Thank you. That's perfect.
I wish Devin could have been my bartender.
Speaking of which,
I was
your guys
great.
are amazing. They almost made me cry. I had to leave the bar because I was probably gonna cry if I didn't. So
George said such
Yeah,
nice
He
things.
said
everybody that you had were they were
I was like, oh, sorry, I need to leave now before you make
I
me
mean, it's
cry.
not surprising because you guys
cried.
are so awesome, but I got orange juice all over my crotch.
Really good dudes. All right.
This is
Just
one
grab
of
a
those
towel.
rare instances. You know they
In
say
the
you
bathroom,
can't
grab a
pick your
towel.
family, you pick your friends. Like,
Yes.
I'm just gonna dilute it.
They'd be your family.
No,
Or
it's
I
fine,
feel the
it's
same
fine,
way
Aaron,
about my
Aaron,
life.
It's fine. I just diluted
No,
it.
it's just his
I
crotch.
diluted it. You won't even, if you pat that, you won't even get any orange off of it, I promise.
I feel the same way.
Wait, can we take this?
100%.
We're all out of towels. and
No,
everything.
we're not taking that. No.
Oh, you can't take it.
No. All right. Continue. All right. So
I gotta make
we're about to start drunk scripture.
all right.
This is just watching Devin drink. There's never actually a story.
Get out of here. I can't tell you last time I drank vodka. I'm a whiskey guy.
Vodka's my motivational.
I'm a whiskey and everything but vodka kind of
I
guy.
don't like whiskey. Whiskey makes me aggressive.
Really?
It does, yeah.
I just get happy no matter what I drink.
Oh, I wonder if whiskey makes me aggressive.
I get fighty when I drink whiskey, and I start.
That explains a lot about my life problems.
Yeah, that's why I only
Ooh,
drink
wow,
vodka.
this is like,
Pulpy.
this is how I used to drink it when I was in college. Should I put some more orange juice in there? I'm getting old.
All right, babe. They need to go
all
to
right, here we
bed.
go, because
We are starting
Because we're all gonna die someday.
Drunk Scriptures.
Okay. Hello, I'm Devin. And this is Drunk Scriptures. The story of Okay. So Genesis 32, I think something. Is walking somewhere. And God strikes him dead. Because he is wicked in his sights. That's all that I say. There's nothing after that. There's no one. He just didn't like the way he looked. Oh, the power. Whew. So then, had a wife, and she doesn't have a name. It's not important. She's a woman in the Bible. And Er's dad. Oh wait, no, that's later. So God tells his wife, listen, like, I know that I killed her because I didn't like the way that he looked, but it's really important that Er's bloodline continues on. For some reason. And so you need to have a baby that's related to Ur. So you gotta fuck Er's brother. And I'm sure that this somehow got to Er's brother too. It might have been talked about. I don't know. It's been a while since I've read the story. But so Er's brother, I'm pretty sure God tells Er's brother to, like, yeah, you need to fuck Er's wife because he's got to have kids that have Er's DNA. Well, they didn't know about DNA back then, so it wasn't mentioned. But
Was Er's wife from House Tully?
was he from Tully?
Er's wife, House Tully, and is really Brandon Stark.
Honey, this is Game of Thrones.
I can't.
You don't know anything about this.
Oh.
He's
I
only
can't hear what you're saying.
sweet
anyway,
boy. He started watching episode 3 of the last season. He's only seen the finale.
Okay, so never watched.
I know.
I've never watched Game of Thrones
He has
before.
no idea what he's talking about.
But I only
He's
saw
special.
the last episode and like the episode before that.
He's special. He's real
You will
special.
see the Old Testament, Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire, and Cats in all 8 seasons.
Cats.
Like the theater. Like the
I know.
theater?
I've seen all of them. Devin hasn't, but I
I've
have.
never seen. Well, I've never seen any of those.
I just
I've never seen
can't
Cats.
remember
I've never seen.
It's a musical.
the musical.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it in the musical or the movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the
Find watermarks.
What was the
Find
other thing?
watermarks from
Game
all
of Thrones. I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is a combination of the Old Testament, the Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire. That like.
I saw the Old Testament, but I didn't see the other two.
No, it's not the movie,
It's a
like
book.
the actual.
The
yeah.
book.
Rise and
like-
Fall of the Roman Empire.
I
It's
saw it.
Yeah.
like that.
All right.
Cats. Yeah, but go on.
So one day when
Yeah.
he is not in his PhD program, he'll watch these. The reason he isn't watching them is because
So-
he thinks it would destroy
Yeah,
his life,
I-
which is
I-
probably
I-
true.
Yeah.
Catelyn Tully married Ned Stark because Brandon Stark was killed by God.
Like Starsky and
Yeah.
Hutch?
I'm just relating this so I understand.
No.
No.
Starsky and Hutch.
No.
Starsky
No,
and
no, no.
Hutch.
No, you're
Honey.
good. Continue.
I'm
People
fine.
married other people because their sibling was killed, which is basically
Oh,
the
so
same.
it's like what happened there.
Yes.
It's like what happened in the Bible. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
I
see.
got you got it.
I got it. So,
This is gonna be longer than a dance video. I was not expecting this.
Continue.
Continue.
God killed because he didn't like the way he looked, and then so we're just gonna catch up. We're just gonna review and catch up.
God's praise Hilton.
So, God praises Hilton.
No,
He's
no,
Paris
you're good.
Hilton.
God is Paris
No,
Hilton.
no, you're good.
You don't know-
Make comments to us.
Oh,
You
sweet
continue.
boy, you don't know what Paris Hilton is. Just keep your story going. We'll laugh because we
Alright,
understand.
she's friends with Kim Kardashian.
Oh
That's true.
shit, I'm
I
proud
saw
of
it
you.
earlier on the TV.
Oh, bitch.
When
Oh yeah, we came
when-
out and they
when
were watching
Haley
reality
and-
TV, and everyone's like,
yeah.
"I'm sorry, what is this?"
Yeah. Haley and
Because when I watch a Love Island, I do it in the tub. Because if Devin
Haley and
saw,
Lizzie
he would
were
cry.
watching it earlier, and that's when I found that out.
All right, so
anyway,
recap.
so God kills her because he doesn't like the way that he looks. Then he tells Er's brother and Er's wife, who isn't important enough to know her name, that they need to make babies because he wants Er's blood to carry on, even though it killed him. So Er's wife and Er's brother are now getting it on, and like regularly, because now that's what they do. And by the way, Er's dad is aware of all this.
Are they married?
Shit, I don't actually remember.
All right, work on that. Continue.
Yeah, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. But what were we talking about?
They're getting
Don't
on.
cut 'em
They
off,
are
Rachel.
getting it on regularly.
Oh yeah, they're getting it on. They're getting it on. And that's where we come back into the story. This is where the Bible gets specific. And so they're getting it on, and Er's brother's going at it, and regularly, and they
I was right there.
Is
a guy.
spilling.
No, isn't spilling. He died.
Yep.
So Er's brother though is he doesn't like Er's brother. Here's the thing. Er's brother
He's
doesn't.
back.
He wants to fuck Er's wife. I assume it doesn't actually specify that, but I'm assuming he wants to fuck Er's wife because he does it, or maybe he was just afraid of what God might do to him if he didn't. But he's fucking Er's wife, and he doesn't want Er's wife to have any kids because then it'll be like all the glory to or something. All the glory to or something. That's fucking stupid. So he wants to fuck Er's wife, but he doesn't want to. We think. But he doesn't want to Er's wife to have his kids because then he won't get any credit for having, father of the children. It'll be all Er's credit. So every time that he's about to jizz, he just does it he just pulls out and does it on the floor. He just does it wherever.
What's the biblical term?
Superman.
Scriptural?
He spills his seeds. So he spills the seed on the floor. And then it was probably pretty sticky eventually. It probably got pretty sticky in there. So then we're not very far into this.
No, you need to really speed up your
Okay,
pace.
alright. So people got shit to do and people to see. And things to see. You're in Key West. So there's a lot to see. Brian keeps telling us all about it. So
I haven't seen half of it yet.
Yeah, so shut up and tell a story.
So then this makes God angry. Which you don't want to do. And so God kills Er's brother.
Who also doesn't have a name.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm pretty sure he does have a name. He's a guy in the Bible, so I'm pretty sure he has a name. So then, I don't need fucking flashcards. I remember the story. It's been a while, but I don't remember details, but I remember the generality.
Continue.
So then God is like, okay, who's next in line? Luckily, and his brother have another brother, and so you're next in line. You gotta provide the seed for the next baby. But he's only like 13 or something. So, well, actually, no, if he was 13, he was probably fine. He was probably like 4. So he's like, whenever he's ready, he's got to be the daddy to the next Urs things. So, but the dad knows all about all of this. And so then he's like thinking, well, shit, I already lost Ur, and then I lost my other son, and I don't want to lose any more. I keep losing sons over this bitch, like these fucking kids. So he's like, okay, I don't really want this to happen. So what happens is Ur's other brother, who's 4 when it starts, and then he's whatever age when it finishes. When he's finally ready, he's supposed to tell Ur's wife, but he doesn't, because he doesn't want his next son to fail and die. He's done with losing sons. He's had enough of it. So he doesn't tell Ur's wife when his son is old enough to start having kids. I don't know how he fucking knew. Like, was he like watching him jerk off or something? Or like, he was like, he jerked him off himself. And he was like, no, he's not coming yet. Oh, shit, I just spilled orange juice.
It's okay. Continue, you got this.
I keep spilling seeds everywhere.
It's okay, you got so much knowledge, it's fine.
So he
So then Ur's wife decides to take matters into her own hands.
Oh yeah, so
Ur's wife, still
Ur's
nameless.
wife finds out, like, she then somehow sees Ur's brother out and about and like notices that he's like, he's old enough. I don't know how she figured, like, knew he was ready, but she knew. She's like, yeah, he's ready and he's past. Like, he's getting ready to expire. He's gotta be like fucking 11. Like, he's way past. Like, he's old milk on the grocery store shelf at this point. Like, it's 50%. It's like the shit that we saw earlier tonight at the Key West lime pie place, where it was like 50% off of some, like 50%. That's half off. This shit has got to be going bad if you're selling it for 50% off. That's what she was thinking about this kid. She was like, he's not even gonna have any jizz left by the time I get to him. So she's like, this is wrong. So she's like, well, Ur's dad didn't fucking tell me, and that's horseshit. And so then she's like, I'm gonna get that fucker good. So she dresses up in like a thing where her face is covered up and concealed, but she's like rocking everything else. She's like presenting herself like a flower to a bee, but covering up her face, Like, yeah, land in here and rub up against my pollen and then take it away to the next flower, but you don't know who I am, right? So she's doing that. She's being very selective with what she, how she flashes her flowers. Like, it's like her flowers like all like concealed, and then it's like bam, and she sees Ur's dad, and he's out and about doing what the fuck he's doing, and she sees him in town. It's in town. I know this. It's in town, and she sees him, and she's like, and he's like, wow, I like that. I like that a lot. And she's like, yeah? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, so how do I get that? And she's like, well, I mean, you know, ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. And he's like, okay, what do you want? And she's like, I want a goat. And he's like, I can make that happen. And she's like, right. And he's like, okay, we ready to start? And she's like, she's smart. She's smart.
Nameless.
She doesn't have a name, but she's smart. She's lost 2 seed givers at this point. And she's like, yeah, that's good, but it ain't enough. I want some insurance. And he's like, okay, I really want this. Don't want to get insurance, but I really want this. And he's like, okay, I got your insurance. And she's like, what is it? And he's like, look at my staff. And she's like, that's good. I'll take it. I might not actually be right there. She might have been like, that staff, I want it. And he was like, a staff? It's a fucking stick. Who gives a shit? You know? But, again, don't forget, she's smart. Even though she doesn't have a name. And so, she takes the staff. They get it on. And then he goes wherever the fuck he goes. She goes wherever the fuck she goes. And then, oh yeah. So then he goes to send his goat that he's promised her. But he doesn't do it himself, of course, because he's too good for that. So he sends somebody else to do it, and he's like, oh yeah, you go give this whore my goat. And they show up with the goat. She's not where she was supposed to be to receive the goat. And they're like, I don't know where she is. And so her dad must have been thinking like, oh, well, this is cool. I got to feel those titties and I didn't have to worry about giving up a goat. And maybe the goat had great titties too. Maybe, I don't know. So, I don't know where that came from. What was that?
Continue.
Let's cut that out.
No.
I don't know what that was all about. I was thinking, you know, goats give birth, and so then they have tits, and then they give milk. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, great goat milk. But
Milk anything with milk.
anyway,
Continue.
okay. So,
So, what, like 8 months later?
yeah, 8 months later, Ur's wife is walking in town. She's not being super careful. Wait a minute. We gotta rewind. We missed some shit. So let's go back. So she's like, yeah, this is great. Like, keep going. And he's like, let me set some setting here. So they're fucking. And
Who's there?
he's like, oh my gosh, this is so great. I wanna, spill my seed in you. And she's like, yeah, do it. And he's like, how often do you get that opportunity? He's like, go for it. And so, boom. Okay, fast forward. 8 months later. She's walking into town, not being discreet about the fact that her stomach is looking a little fat. And people are like, hey, wait a minute. That's Ur's old wife. And she's either fat or pregnant. And in that day, there weren't Oreos. So probability is she was pregnant. So then they're like, Ur's dad, have you seen? And he has an actual name in the Bible, and I don't fucking remember. I think it's Judah. It's Judah. I'm pretty sure it's Judah. we're just gonna pretend like it's Judah. So if I'm wrong, forget I'm saying this. It doesn't affect my credibility. The story still stays the same, except his name's Judah. Maybe it's not. But we're gonna just call him Judah. Judah is like, what? I never told her about my 11-year-old son who's got sperm now. How is she pregnant? Like, she's a whore. And so he's like, well, obviously the only rational thing to do from here, let's kill her. So she basically walks. She walks into town. You know when you see models and you're like. She walks into town and she's like. She walks into town, she's like, and they're like, yeah, she's fat or pregnant. She's pregnant. Let's be real. So, so at this point, now they're like, let's kill this bitch. She ain't married. She's sinful. Let's get rid of her. And so Judah finds out, and he's like, evidently he's got like prestige in the town or something. So they're like, Judah, what do you think about this? And he's like, let's kill this bitch. So they show up. They're about ready to do it. Now Judah staring down. What's her name?
No name.
Oh yeah, no name. Judah staring down. No name. And he's like, let's stone her. And everybody's like ready to do it. And she's like, wait a minute. And she's like, I don't know where she was storing this, like in her purse or up her ass, like, but she pulls out the staff. She's like, boom! And I don't know if everybody missed the fact that she was carrying around a fucking staff. but she fucking had it somewhere. We don't know where. Magic. She pulled some Chris Angel shit. And she's just like, whoa, not today. And they're all like, so what? It's a fucking stick. Those are all over the place. And Judah's like, wait, we can't kill her. She's better than me. She's like, she goes wham, and then with the stick, and then he's like, that's mine. I only gave that staff, to one person with great tits. She's got great tits, and she has the staff. 2 and 2 go together. I fucked her. That's my baby. Here I am judging her when all along I should have been judging myself. Which in and of itself is it's actually a pretty good moral story. But it's just fucked up how we had to get to it.